All right, welcome once again to Sin Bin Stream. Tonight in NHL hockey action, we start off with the Utah Mammoth at Toronto Maple Leafs. Pardon the whistle there. It sounds like might get a slightly delayed start because they're celebrating John Tavares' 500th goal. I'll try to keep an eye on that. All right, are we live? That's the next question. Yep, looks like it. We are finally. All right, welcome once again. Celebrating. There we go. John Tavares, all right, good to go. Oh, let me get the poll going. I'll try to keep an eye on that before I forget. That's the next question. While the records are still on the screen. There we go. All right. Good to go. Oh, let me get the poll going before I forget. While the records are still on. Mammoth coming tonight 9-4-0. Maple Leafs 7-5-1. All right, poll is up if you want to vote for Mammoth or Maple Leafs to win in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. Hope you had a great Wednesday. Hope you're ready for some doubleheader NHL action. After this game, we will have Sharks at Kraken. San Jose Sharks at Seattle Kraken. Hope you had a great Wednesday. Hope you're ready. After a rough start, I think the Sharks are finally playing a little better. After this game, we will have Sharks are 4-6-3, Kraken are 6-2-4. Only other games, let's see. Well, I don't get Blues Capitals. It's on TNT, True TV, or HBO Max, and I get blacked out from the Blackhawks. So Blackhawks Canucks, and I try to avoid 2.5 hour apart starts. We go for the 3 hours. So that's why we got Mammoth, Maple Leafs, and Sharks Kraken. Is it working? Okay, perfect. Thank you. All right, let's see if we can fix this sweatshirt here too. So that's why we got Mammoth, Maple Leafs, and Sharks Kraken. Is it working? Okay, perfect. Thank you. All right, let's see if we can fix this sweatshirt here too. All right, I think that's a little better. Not quite obstructed by the score bug. Yeah, let's see what we're doing. 6:09 Central. I wonder if this was a 7:15 Eastern start anyways. I think let me double check. I believe we're doing the anthems. 6:09 Central. I wonder if this was a Nah, they're just celebrating Tavares's yeah, they're going through his career highlights. They just showed his first goal with the Islanders, so it might be a little bit. And his first goal with the Leaves and his Leafs and his 400th goal. So all right, maybe they're going through his career highlights. It won't take as long as I suspected. So it might be a little bit. All right, tomorrow night, Panthers Kings on Thursday night. Again, my son plays flag football on Thursdays, so it's kind of difficult to get back for the Thursday night football kickoff on time. And I wasn't really too thrilled with the matchup anyways, so figured I'd do hockey and do the Kings game for the Thursday night football kickoff on time. And All right, Tavares is on the ice, getting the acknowledgement from the crowd. Looks like he's got the puck or something. Maybe he's going to give it to his kids. Yeah, it looks like it. All right. All right, Tavares is on the ice, getting the acknowledgement from the crowd. All right, greeting his wife and kids and rest of the family. I assume his parents. Maybe he's going to give it to his kids. Yeah, it looks like it. All right. All right. Hopefully it will be. I hope they already did the anthems. Because if they haven't done the anthems yet, it's going to be a little bit. Family, I assume his parents. All right. Then we'll be back with NBA basketball action Friday. Rockets at Spurs, followed by Warriors Nuggets at 6:30 and 9. They already did the anthems. Avalanche Oilers Saturday night. Got my kids this weekend, so plenty of hockey on Saturday, but we'll make sure we just do at least at 9 o'clock. And then, of course, early Sunday morning, the Berlin-Germany game this week is for Atlanta Falcons and Indianapolis Colts. And then in lieu of the, what is it, Steelers, Chargers, we're going to do, since there is a 9 o'clock, there's actually a couple 9 o'clock Central Sunday night games, which I feel like don't happen that often. We're going to do a double header at 6 and 9. We'll start off with the Hurricanes and Maple Leafs, and the Jets at Ducks. There's actually a couple 9 o'clock Central Sunday night games, which I feel like don't happen that often. Pictures are being taken for Tavares and Hurricanes and Maple Leafs, and the Jets acknowledging the getting acknowledged and applause, acknowledged by the crowd with applause. And pictures are being taken for looks like they had a commemorative stick made or something. Maybe it's the stick he scored the goal with. I don't know. Getting acknowledged and applause, acknowledged by the crowd. I think next year he'll have played as many years for Toronto as he did ever for New York Islanders. Nope, we have not done the anthems. All right, so it's going to be at least a couple minutes till this game gets underway. Whoops, I forgot to reset the clock. That would help. There we go. 20 minutes to go in the first. Nope, we have not done the anthems. All right, so it's going to be at least a couple minutes till this game gets underway. Oops, I forgot to reset the clock. That would help. There we go. 20 minutes to go in the first. Nope, we have not done the anthems. All right, so it's going to be at least a couple minutes. All right. Oh, no. Forgot to mute this and check. I bet you there's an echo. I apologize. Should be good. I forgot to check. Dang it. I apologize. Sorry about that. I keep forgetting because for hockey, I like to have the desktop sound so we can do the goal horn and the end of period horn. Let's go Toronto, says Sinbin Admin. Why I cannot type. All right. Well, we're doing the Canadian anthems. I think we're close. And next Monday, we'll have Eagles Packers on Monday night. All right. Should be about set. Actually, all right, let's take a look at the roster report real quick. All right, we've got Vanasek for the Mammoth, so not Vejmelka. Vanasek is 2-1, and we got Stolarz for the Maple Leafs. Stolarz is 5-4-1, 3.12 goals against average, and 8.96 save percentage. No shutouts. Oh yeah, they already took that stuff down. Schmaltz, Keller, Hayton for the Mammoth. Defensive pairings Simonshev and Sergachev for the Mammoth. All right, face-off finally underway at 6:16 Central. Toronto dumps it in from the neutral ice behind the goal and played out to the far boards by Vanasek. Looks like, Mammoth passed to the near face-off circle. Man, they looked like they had a nice walk-in chance, but it must have gotten poked away. Puck into the Utah end, and they send it back to Vanasek, who gets it to a defenseman. So no shots on goal yet. 19. All right, well, they took their score bug down. Doing this off of Sportsnet, the Toronto feed. Into the near boards. Cooley had it. Far ice. And a long shot on goal is a glove save by Stolarz. So 1-0 shots on goal for the Mammoth at 19:11. All right. Yep. Face off and sent down the ice for an icing at 19:04 by the Maple Leafs. Oh, the Mammoth are wearing their UTAH jerseys. Or I guess for hockey you call them sweaters. All right, who's taking the draw? Matthews is out there for Toronto. And I don't know, one linesman signal to the other or something. Finally, Matthews wins the draw. They get it to him. He brings it up the near ice. Or no, that was a pass from somebody else. Matthews is in the near boards, near corner, battling for the puck. Centered to the slot area, but nobody there for Toronto, and Utah counters. Cooley passed it. It gets deflected into the near corner, sent back to the blue line, cross ice pass, far face-off circle. That shot is blocked. Mammoth behind the net into the near corner. Blue line shot. Looked like that one did get through. Saved by Stolarz. And battle for the puck in front of the Toronto bench. And they'll get a line change and send it up the near boards. Hey, Derek, hello to you. Thanks for being here. And it looks like we just had a puck go into the netting at 18:05 in the Utah end. 2-0 shots on goal, Mammoth. All right. Near face-off circle draw. Tavares was on the draw. Looks like Utah took it over in the neutral zone and dumped it into the far corner. Yamamoto was there. Toronto can't clear it. It goes behind their own net into the near corner, up the near boards. And Utah has it in the neutral zone. And they retreat into their own end. Cross-ice pass, and I guess it got deflected into the bench area at 17:38. Still 2-0 shots on goal, Utah. Man, I really do like Utah's colors. I swear it looks like a dark blue, but I guess it's black. And then this, whatever this color blue is, and then white. I mean, those are their three colors. All right, center ice draw. Utah wins the draw. They take the puck in their own end. Simon Shev, or is it Samash? It's got to be Simon Shev. All right, up the near boards and not out. Toronto has it. Backhander on net, saved, and into the far corner. Decent save by Vanasek. And Utah gets it to neutral ice. Toronto takes it over on the neutral ice and sends it behind the net. Battle for the puck. And Utah got a couple changes, and they got the pass into the O-zone, into the near faceoff circle. Centering pass gets taken away by Toronto. They got a one-on-one in the slot, shot, and it was wide into the near corner. Centering pass and off the far boards to the near faceoff circle. Matthews, a shot, kick save by Vanasek into the near corner. Kept in at the blue line, around behind the net. Mammoth, all right, have it in their own end. And it looks like they're going to reset and get a line change behind their own goal. Schmidt had the puck. They get it out of their end. Up ahead. Who is that? Peterka. In the far boards, kept in at the blue line to Peterka in the near faceoff circle. Shot. Don't know if that got through or blocked into the behind the net. And they did give him a shot. 3-2 shots on goal. And we're going the other way with Joshua into the near boards. Was there behind the puck, or behind the net. There's a battle for the puck is what I'm trying to say. Comes out to the blue line. Toronto still has it. Shot wide into the near corner and chipped out of there by the Mammoth into the Toronto end. Myers scoops it up, passes it to the other defenseman and gets it right back and sends it up the near boards. But the Mammoth stop it by their own bench and make a pass, and it goes back. And there goes the... Oh, I thought the app was crashing. It just froze for a second. 3-3 shots on goal. We might have missed a shot or something. I don't know what happened. We'll make sure we're live in a second here. Battle by the bench area. Sent into the near boards. McMahon had it for the Leafs. Far boards and taken away by Yamamoto. Drop pass to the near faceoff circle. A shot and then held on by Stolars and froze the puck at 14:26. All right, let's... Says we're live. All right. 4-3 now, shots on goal, Mammoth. Oh my gosh, it froze again. Now, we may have to go to the Utah feed just to be safe. This is ridiculous. Yeah, next whistle I will. Or first commercial I will. And they kick Schmaltz out of the draw against Matthews, so we're still waiting. Nylander has recorded points in 9 of the 10 games he's played this year for Toronto. All right, in their own end, Mammoth with the puck, 14:22. Battle by the penalty box area, cross-ice pass by Toronto, and they dump it in from the red line into the near corner. Near boards. Behind the net. Is that Mata or somebody else? I can't see the number. Mammoth get it out of their own end. Toronto regroups in their own end. Both teams getting line changes. Collision at neutral ice. Puck is behind the Mammoth net. Yeah, Mata has it. Sends it up the near boards. And Stellars had to play it up the near boards from behind the net. Battle for the puck. Mata. And somehow the Toronto got a shot on net. Steered aside, and then the rebound went wide into the far corner. And Toronto keeps it in, dumps it in behind the Mammoth net. Mammoth tried to get it to Mata. Mata will skate it out of his own end. And they bring it in with McBain into the near boards. Shot, kick save by Stellars. And Toronto counters. 5-4 Mammoth shots on goal. Behind the net. Into the near corner. Battle for the puck behind the net again of the Mammoth. Shot from the near faceoff circle was wide. Kept in far boards. Along the boards, still battling into the near, or make that the far corner. They get it back to the blue line, then that pass goes awry, and let's see. That was Gunther with the puck. Toronto gets some changes. They counter with Riley, and then we get a whistle. Whistle at 12-13. It might have been offsides. Pretty good scoring opportunities. Oh, now they took a shot away, so it's 5-3. You know, I'm going to switch to the Mammoth. I don't trust the stability of whatever's going on with the Toronto feed. Hopefully the Utah feed will be better. No, I don't want... Come on. Man, this app is so clunky. Thank you, Sinbin Admin. All right, so no score. 12-13 to go in the first. 5-3 shots on goal. Utah, no penalties. Blues caps in about like 12 to 15 minutes. They should be starting up. Let's check the poll real quick. 7 votes, 71% going with Toronto, 29% for the Mammoth. All right, we'll make sure we're live when they come back, too, from commercial. All right. Still at commercial. All right, back to the Utah feed. Let's make sure we're live. All right, we'll try this. Talking about Jack McBain, provincial champion in downhill skiing and soccer and national champion in beach volleyball. Oh, his dad played in the NHL for 11 seasons, too. All right. Face off in front of the Utah bench, just outside their end. Oof. Camera just got jostled. Toronto wins the draw. Riley has it, and he'll try to dump it in from the red line, but the Mammoth jump on it. Marino had it, and now I almost said Blue Jays. The Maple Leafs counter. Puck is behind the Mammoth net, up the near boards. Held in at the blue line. Tavares shot. Think that was high. Rebound shot from the far face-off circle. Tavares gets the rebound. They got one shot on goal, according to Mammoth TV. And battle in the near corner. Somebody just fell down for the Leafs. Along the boards. Mammoth have it in the far corner. They center it to the neutral ice. Get it to the near boards. Drop pass. Sent behind the net. Tavares has it for Toronto, centering it. And Mammoth take it right over and get right back in, but I believe they were offsides at 11:19. Yeah, Tavares had a nice shot. Looked like it was a blocker save or that arm. I don't know, Vanasek, or maybe that hit the crossbar? I don't know. Now they say we got 11:15. I don't know what's going on. What did they miss 4 seconds? Did they have a quick draw? And I'd have to check the play-by-play. Now they took the shot away again. Yeah, I guess it hit the post. And it wasn't a save. 5-3 again. Shots on goal, Mammoth. All right, puck is behind the Toronto net. Played up the near boards. Kept in. Mammoth send it wide off the backboards into the far. Now they dump it around to the near corner. Battle for the puck. Goes behind the net. Toronto has it. Myers sent it up the far boards. It's in the far corner. Behind the Mammoth net now. Back in the far corner. Myers there. Centering pass. They couldn't get it to Maselli, who was in the crease. I mean, in the slot. Outside of the crease. We're going the other way, though. Shot wide by the Mammoth. Might have been Hayton. They're getting line changes now. I think it was a different number ending in 7. All right, Mammoth bring it to the near boards and dump it in. Schmaltz tried to dump it in, but now they counter again. Marino sends it. That would be Keller. Schmaltz kept it in, but now Toronto has it at the red line. Centering pass gets blocked. And we have a whistle. Might be offsides, or do we have a penalty coming at 9:48? Let's see. Oh, we got the under 10 media timeout. I'm assuming that was offsides. But, all right. No score. Still, yeah, Blues Capitals still a few minutes from starting. And then there'll only be two early games essentially. And we'll keep an eye on these 2 games later. Also why we do Sharks Kraken. All right. Oops. Got the sleeve of the Maple Leafs sweatshirt on my chair. All right. Hope you're all doing well. Hope you're having a great, was it Wednesday? Forgot for a second. Wednesday, November 5th. Can't believe it. This year is just flying by. All right, update. We got 10 votes, so 6 votes for the Leafs. 6 Leafs votes and 4 Mammoth votes in the poll. All right, let's make sure we're live. Come on. No. All right, there we go. All right, 9:48 in the first. Should be a draw near the Mammoth bench. I think in this area. I think it was probably offsides, but without listening to I'm not always sure. All right, Ekman Larson had it, I believe. Yeah. Dumped into the far corner. Leafs they get it back to the blue line. up the far boards, behind the net. Domi chases. Domi has it behind the net. Domi up the near boards to Ekman Larson. Shot is wide. Big rebound, and the Mammoth have it. Is that Sergachev or is that we not? They dump it in from the red line. That was probably Schmidt. Sergachev is 98. Schmidt's 88. Domi dumps it back to his defenseman, Ekman Larson. Cross-ice pass back to Ekman Larson, and he'll dump it in from the red line. Puck is behind the Mammoth net, up the near boards by the Mammoth. I make that the far boards and down the length of the ice. But the Mammoth get there first, so no icing. Battle in the near corner. Schmaltz dug it out. And now we got, I think we got a penalty coming up at 8:26. See what this call is. No, I guess not. Maybe somebody knocked it down with a high stick. Thought we were getting a call. Yeah, Schmaltz, not Schmidt. Schmaltz. Schmaltz on the draw, and they just kicked out Matthews from the draw. So Nylander steps in. Draw back to the Mammoth. Shot from the blue line is wide. Big rebound. Couldn't get a stick on it. Another blue line shot. Don't know if it got through. Near face-off circle. Leafs couldn't get it out. Schmaltz on the puck in the near corner. Or no, maybe that's Keller. That was Keller. And they couldn't get it to Sergachev. And we're going the other way. Matthews in the near corner. Centers it, but it's blocked. Back into the near corner. Around the Mammoth net. And into the far corner. Under 7:50 to go first period. Far face-off circle, a shot. I think that was blocked into the near corner. Toronto dumps it into the far corner. Battle for the puck, and Schmaltz chips it out of there. Utah goes for some line changes. Who was that? Myers whiffed on the puck. He finally got it away to the other defenseman, Mermis. Mermis can't handle it. Mammoth counter. Puck is knocked out of their own end. Nylander, I think, on it. No, who is that? Was that Tavares? Oh, that was 91. Tavares. Okay, my bad. And now we got a whistle at 7:04. What was this whistle? Let's listen in here. Oh, we do have a penalty. Tavares for high sticking on Yamamoto. So the Mammoth go to the power play first. So Utah on the power play. Tavares with the first penalty of the game. So 5-on-4 Utah. Toronto has to kill the 2 minutes to Tavares. Toronto coach doesn't like it. Still 5-3 shots on goal. Schmaltz on the... no, Schmaltz is at the right wing right now on the power play. All right, Mammoth keep it in. Cross-ice pass into the near corner. Cross-ice pass to the far, blue line area. Into the near corner. Must have hit the netting. Excuse me, at 6:49. 1:45 on the power play. So we got, did they change anybody? Let's see. So I see Gunther out there. I see Sergachev for the Mammoth. And the Leafs get it out of their own end. Sergachev will pick it up behind the Mammoth net and bring it up the far boards. 6:36 to go, first period. All right. Into the near corner. Keller, they get it to Sergachev, far face-off circle. That shot, I think, is blocked and sent down the length of the ice. behind his own net. Vanasek touches it up. I think it's Sergachev again, up the near boards. And a drop pass. Back to Schmaltz. Gets it to Gunther. Keller with the puck. In the near corner. Centering pass, shot by Schmaltz. Good save. No chance at the rebound. And the Leafs will take it into the O zone and work it into the far corner. 6-3 shots on goal. Mammoth, but still no score. And only 33 seconds on the power play remain. And they lose it right in the slot, and Toronto sends it down the length of the ice. Vanasek behind his own net. Who's that? Schmidt picked it up. They pass it over to Peterka, who carries it in. Pass to the far face-off circle. That shot was blocked or tipped wide. On the counter, shot from the near face-off circle is blocked behind the net. Somebody lost a stick. The goalie got knocked over. We are 5-on-5 again. Now they take another shot away from Toronto. It's 6-2. And a shot. That one's on net by Tavares, and a good kick save by Vanasek, or pad save, I should say. He didn't need to kick at it. Puck behind the Toronto net. They center it up the left wing area to the near boards, dumped and steered aside in the crease by Vanasek. Mammoth going the other way, up the far boards, and the puck comes out of the zone in front of the Leafs bench. Both teams, nope, just Toronto getting a change so far. And they dump it in from the red line. Stolarz plays it behind his own net, up the near boards. And it's center ice. The Mammoth dump it in. Simashev dumps it in. Or Simashev. All right, Toronto countering. That would be Joshua. Behind the net, he has to send it to the far corner. They tried to center it. It got blocked. But back behind the Mammoth net. In the near corner. Up the near boards, not out. Ekman Larson kept it in and dumped it in behind the net. And kept in at the blue line again. In the slot to the far face-off circle. That shot, I think, was wide. Leafs have it behind the net. Oh, they missed a centering pass to the slot. Would have been a great scoring opportunity. The puck went all the way to the near boards. Both teams just got a couple changes. Looks like Keller's going off for a change for Mammoth. And they turn the puck over at the blue line. Matthews counters and dumps it into the near corner. Kept in. Our near face-off circle, that shot is blocked. From the blue line, they dump it in. Centering pass doesn't get through. Battle for the puck in the far face-off circle. That gets sent around to the near face-off circle. Back behind the net again. And the Mammoths finally have it out of their own end. Under 2.5 to go. First period. Toronto sends it behind their net. And that looks like, yeah, Matthews has it. He'll get a defenseman and he'll head off for a line change. Mermis dumps it in. Knocked down with a high stick by Tavares. Oh, no, maybe they were just offsides, delayed offsides. Mammoth counter as we approach 2 minutes to go in the first period. 6-4 shots on goal. Mammoth, so not a lot of shots on goal. All right, we're going the other way. 2-on-1. Shot, big save by Vanasek into the far boards. Oh, Mammoth couldn't connect on a pass. Would have been offside. They had a great counter opportunity for a 2-on-1 and couldn't connect. Out of their own end, that was Marino. And they're at neutral ice. Cross ice pass. Now Mammoth trying to get some changes. Toronto jumps on the puck. They're in the O zone. Near faceoff circle. Back to the blue line. Riley Centered one to Domi. I think that shot was wide. They do say 6-5 shots on goal. Mammoth now. Mammoth having... Oh, it's in! A pass to the slot and the Mammoth score. Just about to say they hadn't had a shot on goal in a while, and there they go. 1-0 Mammoth at 1:11. Hey, Thomas. Yeah, go Leafs. Only down 1-0. Just happened. It was, who got this goal? Carcone. Or is it Carsone? So the puck went in behind the net. It got centered to the... Yeah, it got centered to like right in front of the crease area, and it just got buried blocker's side against Stolarz. It wasn't his fault that the defense wasn't there. So we're approaching an hour, under a minute to go. First period. Shot. I think that was wide. In behind the net, Schmaltz, they center it. And now Toronto counters, dumps it in from the red line. Banasek touched it up to the far corner. Battle for the puck. Mammoth just get it out of their own end. Toronto has it, send it up the near boards. Matthews couldn't get it. Both teams look like they might be getting line changes. Under 30 seconds to go. I'll slow my clock down there. Under 20. 8-5 shots on goal. Let's see. Leafs counter. 8 seconds to go. 7. They tried to center it to the slot. Couldn't get it off the boards from behind the net. Battle in the near corner. That's it. That's the first period. 8-5 shots on goal, but thanks to Carcone, 1-0 Mammoth at 18:49 from Kraus. All right, got the intermission clock going. Ow. All right, Mammoth 1, Maple Leafs. Whoops. I can't type. 0, end of. Whoops. First period. All right, let's go through. So we only had the one penalty to Tavares for high sticking, but Mammoth didn't cash in on the power play. All right, let's look at the goal visualizer. It was right out front of the crease. There's a pass behind the net, and it goes right here, and they beat Stolar's blocker side high. There it is. Yep. Just a pass from behind. They were saying it was a blind pass from behind the net. We'll watch it one more time. So the action was in this end. They countered. Oh yeah, I gotta get something else to eat here. So that was 67, yeah. On the assist, which was Kraus. All right, Blues Capitals underway. No score. 11:04 to go. First period. All right. 8-5 shots on goal, Mammoth. 8-5 faceoffs won for the Maple Leafs, so 61.5%. 0 for 1 on the power play for the Mammoth. No power plays yet for Toronto. 7-3 hits Utah. 3-3 block shots. 11-8 giveaways Utah. Takeaways even 3-3. Just like block shots 3-3. All right, the rematch and the Game 2 finale in the season series will be January 13th in Utah between these two teams. All right, there's the timer for the second period starting. Check the poll one more time. 12 votes, 58% for Toronto, 42% for Utah. And don't forget, coming up in a little over 2 hours, about 2 hours and 15 minutes, San Jose Sharks at Seattle Kraken in the second game of our doubleheader here on Sinbin Stream. Let's see. What else did I want to mention? Well, I appreciate you being here. Please be sure to hit like and or subscribe, especially if you enjoy what we do here. Doing one or both does help with getting YouTube to recommend us to other potential viewers, and it will also in turn help grow the channel. Is my clock working? No, I gotta fix that clock. Gosh darn, I forgot to do it. I was trying to see if I had his saying his name right. I should look that up. All right, 1 second. Oh yeah, I have the thumbnails I needed for football. Let's see. Whoops. Hey, we got some subs tonight. Thank you so much. I appreciate you all. I'm glad to see we're well over 800. I can't thank you guys enough. Never thought we'd be here this quick. I haven't only been doing this 9 months, so I haven't even been at it a year yet. So glad we found an audience and in hockey. I love watching hockey. Even if I don't have a rooting interest, I just like to see a good game. So all right, thanks. I hope it. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. I just added something to my own stream to my queue. I hope the heck. All right, we'll figure that out later. Make sure this is muted. It is. And we got 10 likes. All right, thanks, guys. Men and women. All people, humans, etc., etc. Well, bots are welcome as long as they don't plug annoying websites, right? All right, let me... Oh, my membership is $1.99 a month. Just helps support the channel. And you can vote on what games I cover, when there's choices. So trying to do more stuff, but yeah, $1.99 USD, United States, dollars per month. Yeah. Everything's free. Don't feel obligated, but if you feel like supporting the channel, that's one way. But appreciate the question, Yvonne. Early voting on what games I cover, which I put up for vote next Sunday. I mean, I guess I could vote NHL versus NFL, but I'm just enjoying the NHL more lately. The NFL games have been not so great lately. That guy looks so familiar. Oh, yeah, I remember him from when he was a Coyotes broadcaster. I forgot that guy's name. Oh, you're in Ontario. Yeah, so yeah, whatever the... What's that called? The conversion or the rate is for Canadian dollars. So, like, the current vote was between this Avalanche Canucks and Jets Ducks game. I'm trying to, do as many Canadian team games as I can. I figure there's a bigger audience there. But I'm a fan of I'm in the Chicago area, so I don't get the Blackhawks because I'm blacked out and I don't feel like paying for it. It's more expensive. With ESPN Plus, I get everything that isn't already on ESPN, the regular channel. And I don't get these TNT games. And NHL Network, I don't get either. So, but whatever's available on ESPN Plus besides the Blackhawks, I can do. But thanks for watching. I'm assuming you're a Leafs fan then. And again, I'm from Chicago. I'm not an American who's like, oh, we can't have a Canadian team win the cup. I'm rooting for the Canadian teams to finally win it. So there's no real teams I hate anymore. I'm not not exactly a St. Louis Blues fan. Let's put it that way. Maybe I've finally softened on the Dallas Stars. I hated them more when they were the Minnesota North Stars. But all right, this is for the game coming up. Sharks and Kraken. Yeah. So yeah, the vote was gonna be on a couple of 9 o'clock games next Sunday night. That's why I wanted to do hockey instead of NFL that night, because I feel like there's not 9 o'clock Sunday night games. I feel like that's pretty rare. So we are doing, Hurricanes Maple Leafs, I think. Yeah. And then following that, as of now, Jets Ducks. I don't think only one person voted. We don't have a ton of members. We have, I think, like 3. Not everybody votes. Oh, you're a Bruins fan in Ontario. Gotcha. Interesting. So, again, Yvonne's in Ontario and is a Bruins fan. Got it. And Thomas, me and the dive bar down the street don't get many games. We have the who are the Junior Blues? I don't get the reference. Sorry. All right. All right, I got to get something to eat real quick. And then I will be back after a quick break. Let me get some music queued up here in the meantime. But I appreciate the chat. Makes the live stream go better and I think more interesting for all. Keep it coming. Any questions, comments? Can't really give you gambling or fantasy advice. I don't think I'm qualified enough to do that. All right, let's just get some quick hitters in here, the short songs. All right, I'll be right back. Thanks, everybody. All right, we are back. Excuse me. Pardon the chewing. Yeah. I miss the IHL days. Big Chicago Wolves fan. Whoops, gotta go live. Oh, come on. Why does the go live button not work, ESPN Plus? It just doesn't work. At any rate. Whoops. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that's why I'm gonna root for the Carolina Hurricanes, because the Chicago Wolves are their AHL affiliate. I like the Kings because I used to score games, West Coast games. Kings had the best announcer at the time, and I really liked Quick, Kopitar, Dowdy, Carter, and Toffoli, and hoping they'll do well for Kopitar in his last year. I've given up on the Blackhawks. Got to watch them for free all last year via roof antenna, and then they took that away, so they're dead to me. But yeah, I went to Peoria Rivermen games probably in the early 90s because I was at Bradley briefly. All right, Matthews against, who is that? Hayton on the draw. 8-5 shots on goal, 1-0 Utah. Maple Leafs in blue going left to right this period. Shot from just inside the blue line, straight on, and a save by Stolarz. 1943. And the Mammoth in their white helmets and jerseys going right to left. All right, draw taken, and from the slot, glove down, kept in by Keller. He sends it around to the far corner. Ekman Larson is there. Centering pass got through everybody, kept in by Hayton. Schmaltz has it, far face-off circle, dumps it back behind the net. Up the near or far boards. Mammoth tried to get a couple changes. I think, who is that? Nylander? And it's taken away. Shot. That is wide. Off the far corner boards and to center ice. Mammoth still trying to get some changes. 3-on-2. Steered aside by a Mammoth defenseman behind the net. Up the near boards. And centering pass back to the blue line. Toronto keeps it in. Shot. Saved by Vanasek into the far corner. To the slot, another shot, and that one looked high and just a little bit wide. Right point blank from the slot between those face-off circles. Another one sent towards the net. That is blocked into the far corner. Still battling, and Mammoth finally passed it out of there. But Maple Leafs counter, and they ended up going offside at 18-17, 9-7 shots on goal in favor of the Mammoth. Yeah, I was glad to see that the Peoria Rivermen are back. I did a quick search during my break. I was shocked. I was like, I knew they were gone from like the AHL, which is just sad that happened, but glad they're still alive in some hockey league at all. All right, that one is sent on net from far away, and Stolarz ended up freezing the puck. 10-7 shots on goal. All right. Face off in the near face off circle. Mammoth control. Carcone on the puck. Behind the net, wraparound goes through the crease into the near boards. Battle still not controlled. Dumped in again by Mammoth. Stellars to the far boards. Backhanded out of their own end, but down the length of the ice. This is going to be icing on Toronto at 17:46. Kraus heads off for the Mammoth. And Carcone. All right, let's make sure we're live. I can't seem to get the go live. There we go. Now the go live button worked. Yeah, we were definitely behind. 17:33 to go now. Fudge. It just wouldn't respond earlier. All right, puck is behind the Mammoth net. Battle between player on each team. Centered off the side of the net by the Mammoth. And they finally chip it to center ice. All right, 17-14, 13-12, 11-10. All right, that's good. 10-8 shots on goal, so I probably missed a Toronto shot on goal there. I could not get this stupid app to go live. It gets behind on the commercial breaks. All right, Toronto dumps it into the near corner. Battle for the puck. And neither team is able to dig it out. Now near corner up the near boards. Cross ice pass along the blue line. Top of the far near face-off circle to the other face-off circle. Centering pass deflected into the near corner, near boards. And Mammoth still can't get it out. Sent around the boards to the far. Kept in again by the by the Toronto bench. Now the Mammoth have it in their own end and send it to center ice. Maple Leafs counter again, though. And the puck is stolen by Utah. Back to taken over by Toronto. They dump it in behind the net. Vanasek tried to play it. Sent to the far corner. And into the stands on the near boards, 15:59, and hello, Piggy Wiggly. Oh, Utah. Yeah, Tor is Toronto. Yeah, Mammoth just got named this year because they were just the Utah Hockey Club last year. They're not tied to the old Arizona Coyotes, but it's like the old. It's kind of like what they did to the Cleveland Browns. Arizona will if they get a team, will get an expansion team. But maybe they keep their old records. I don't know. I don't really know what the deal was. Yeah, that's the best thing I can think of to compare it to. Yeah, Mammoth. I wanted it to be Utah Yeti so bad. And it didn't happen. All right. Tavares chases it. Do we have a delayed call on the Mammoth? Shot right in front of the crease, and it's a goal for Toronto at 15-14. I think they were going to have a delayed penalty there on the Mammoth, and play continued, and they got the puck to just outside the crease in the slot and buried the puck. Who got this goal? Nylander from Nyes. Yeah, what happened here? Tavares jumped on the puck at the neutral zone. Puck went off some sticks, and then Nylander had it in the slot and just buried it glove side to the far post as Vanasek tried to protect the near post. So 1-1, and the game is back underway as we approach 15 minutes to go in the second period. So Maple Leafs tie it up. Puck is in the far corner. Mammoth on the attack. Looks like Toronto finally gets it to neutral ice. That's not Matt? No, it's not Matthews. Behind the net to the far face-off circle, near face-off circle. Shot is blocked. That goes to the far corner. Nope, must have hit the netting. We got a whistle at 14:37. Yeah, I mean, I'll be behind NHL.com just like I was when I was doing WNBA games off of League Pass. So yeah. Yes, the goals will be up before I call it because I am on a streaming app and I'll be behind. So yeah. You will get spoiler alerts on goals. That is true. Yeah, Yeti is just YETI. It's like a shot from the just inside the blue line and a save by Vanasek. Should be 10-10 shots on goal now. Yeti is another name for like Bigfoot. Piggy. All right. Mammoth dump it in from the red line. Did they call icing? No. They waved it. Leafs have it up the near boards and pass it to center ice. Mammoth counter near corner behind the net. Toronto can't get it out. It's sent around behind their own net to the near boards. Up the near boards, finally out. Collision by the penalty box area and sent out of their own end. Mammoth regroup in their own end. Looks like Sergachev got it out. Cross-ice pass and a shot from the far face-off circle is saved by Stellars at 13:20. We should have the under 14 media timeout. Shots on goal 11-10, but the Maple Leafs got the equalizer thanks to Nylander. They did add an assist for Tavares for the Toronto goal. Yeah, Yeti was why. Yeah. As far as I know, it's just like a name for Bigfoot. The best I can explain it. Yeah, so yeah, I am delayed because I'm using the ESPN Plus, or I have an ESPN Plus subscription through the ESPN app, and just like WNBA League Pass, I'm behind. The only time I'm not behind is when I use the roof antenna or anything on Prime doesn't seem to be delayed for some reason. I know I would have bought so much Yeti stuff. I swear, I do love the Mammoth colors, but oh my gosh, I would have bought so much Yeti stuff. Let's show the goal visualizer while I chew. The puck will get shot like right here. That's a pass here and then there. Boom, beat him glove side. Tavares had jumped on the puck at the neutral ice area, I can hear. Oh. Capitals took the 1-0 lead. First intermission. Tom Wilson, his 7th goal. Update. No, Fig Newton. No, protein bar. But it's got like peanut butter in, so it's hard to chew. That's why. Sorry. All right, we got 13:12 to go. 13:09. That shot was wide in the far corner. Mammoth can't keep it in. Toronto pounces on the puck by their bench, sends it behind the Mammoth net, up the near boards and out. Peterka had it, but it looks like the Mammoth are offside. 12:48. Yeah, so yeah, it's weird with Utah Mammoth. They're essentially like a new franchise, but they're not expansion. That's about the best I can say. They have the old was it Phoenix Coyotes or Arizona? No, Arizona Coyotes players, I guess. All right. Toronto had won the draw. They tried to dump it in, and the Mammoth counter and dump it in from the red line to the far corner. Kept in at the blue line by the Mammoth. Sent to the behind the net into the near corner. 12.5 to go, second period. Tavares trying to dig it out from the near boards, and they finally get it to neutral ice. Mammoth send it back in. Toronto get it back to neutral ice, but Mammoth counter again. It's just going back and forth. And Tavares there again, and finally Toronto sends it into their O-zone. Around the boards, though, Mammoth will counter. Mata was able to get it out of there, and now Tavares sends it in. Centering pass for Toronto. They lose the puck in the far faceoff circle. It's Keller who gets it out. And Toronto will skate it right back in. Cross ice pass, near faceoff circle, but the puck gets away. Keller has it. He falls down, sends it behind the net. Into the far board. Schmaltz is there, but he can't get a stick on it. Toronto sends it around the near boards to the near faceoff circle. Back behind the net again. And that was Mata who tried to get it out. And I believe Ekman Larson just sent it off the boards. Toronto counters and dumps it in. That was McCabe. Maselli had it, and a centering pass is scored. Who got that? Tavares? Or no, maybe Austin Matthews. Gosh darn it. Sorry, I looked away for like 2 seconds. Not even. It is Austin Matthews on the goal at 11:04. Let's check the replay here. 2-1 Maple Leafs. I thought, yeah, just a blast from the far faceoff circle. Good pass by Maselli. I thought the Mammoth had taken it away, and Matthews just beat Vanasek glove side from the far faceoff circle. So he shot it from like right here and beat Vanasek over his glove side. So 2-1 Maple Leafs with 2 straight goals here in the second period. 10:52 to go. Into the near corner. Now behind the Maple Leafs net. Puck is loose in the far faceoff circle. Maple Leafs have it, though. And skated up the near boards. Kept in. Mammoth. Send it behind into the near corner. Battle for the puck. Who is there for the Lawrence? No, that wasn't Lawrence. Shot from the far faceoff circle. Echoes wide. Kept in by the Mammoth. Behind the net. And kept in again. Dumped in. Both teams, well, yeah. Both teams, I think, are trying to get line changes. Now they do. As Vanasek has to play it. Mammoth counter. And skated in. Gunther had it. In the near corner. Gunther trying to dig it out. Maple Leafs take it. Lawrence tries to get it out of there. Now they're at center ice. Domi lost it. He had it in the blue line. I think they called offsides on Toronto. 9:44 to go, and we have the under 10 media timeout. It's a 2-1 Toronto, 11-11 shots on goal. Here's the Austin Matthews goal. He'll shoot it from like right here. The pass comes out of the far corner. Matthews is 34 with the ring around his number. So there's the pass, and then blasted it high, glove side. I had just looked down to try and get some names and stinking missed the goal. My bad. Oh, you do like Fig Newton's Piggy Wiggly? I used to have him as a kid. But yeah, this is just a protein bar. Yeah, I don't. They weren't going to be the Utah Coyotes because again, I think there's a push to try and get the Arizona Coyotes back. I think they used to be the Phoenix Coyotes, but I'm pretty sure they've been Arizona for a while. Let's see. Buddy just said it's fall, so the Leafs are gonna fall. Go Leafs. Yeah, it's so early in the season, and didn't they've added 2 extra games. We're up to 84 again. Like, we had a couple seasons of that. I remember sometime in the 90s. It's crazy that they're gonna jam. Not only is it 84 games, we've got an Olympic break this year too, which is nuts. Okay, we're live. I won't mess with it. We'll see about the Olympics. I imagine I'll have to pay for Peacock. I don't know. Depends on how much it costs. Everything has gone up and up and up. So I don't know. I might be having a vacation around the Olympics too. I can't remember. I got to look at the calendar. All right, Mammoth in their own end. Paterka couldn't get it out, but now they get it up the near boards. Paterka has it. Near faceoff circle, centering it. Oh, and they whiffed. Or didn't get much on it. That should have been an easy goal for the Mammoth. And we got some pushing and shoving after the save and the whistle. Of course, Domi is in the middle of it. Domi, let's see. Gosh darn it. I guess it was just a good glove save by Stallars, but I felt like Cooley should have had an easy goal there on a great feed. Forgot who had the pass. Oh, hold on. 9. Wait a minute. Oh, Lofton, or is it Lafton? Roughing on Marino. So a power play coming up for the Mammoth. So Leafs have to kill the power play for the rough stuff after the whistle. All right, 24 is serving the penalty. All right, I'll get caught up in a second. Apologies here. Let's get the penalty in there. All right, 9:08 to go. Utah into the O-zone. Far face-off circle, drop pass. Pass along the far boards. Into the far corner. Behind the net. Far face-off circle. Still skating. Back to the blue line. Long shot wide. Unless that was a pass by Sergachev. Oh, Sergachev couldn't keep it in. Went over his head. He tried to glove it down. He scoops up the puck in his own end. And it'll counter, bring it up the ice. Now a drop pass. They get it to Keller. Did they call offsides? And then the puck got dumped into the penalty box area. And Utah is saying, hey, Keller was saying that didn't get tipped. This should be another penalty. Delay of game, puck over glass. We'll see what the refs and the linesmen get together to talk about it. So we might have a brief 5-on-3 here, depending on the call. Because they were off. Oh, yeah, this should be a penalty. Lawrence flipped it into the penalty box area. Nobody touched it. Are you kidding? That looked like that should have been a penalty. I don't know why they waved it off. All right, Sergachev had it. They get it to Gunther in the near corner. Back to Sergachev. Cross-ice pass. Far face-off circle shot is deflected into the far corner. And backhander out of their own end by the Maple Leafs. That was Nicholas Waugh. Looks like Keller finally dug it out. They get it to Cooley. Back to Keller. Cooley centered to the near. Let's see, who is that? Gunther. And they couldn't even get anything going. And the Toronto dumps it in from the red line. As Vanasek plays it to the near boards. And then a shot is way wide. Tavares scoops it up. We are even strength again. Penalty over. We got a 2-on-2 if the Mammoth would hustle. 3-on-3. They dump it into the near corner. Behind the net. Toronto up the far boards and out, and they dump it in from the red line. Vanasek behind his own net. Mammoth are 0 for 9 on their last power plays. Wow. Last 9. Streaking ahead and tripped. Where's the call? There it is. Okay. Must have been the lines. That one ref didn't call it. The guy closest to the puck. And the other one came in. This could be a penalty shot. Now they took a shot away from the Mammoths. Okay, just a penalty. Number 25, Carlo. It's got to be a trip. Yeah, this should have been this could have been a penalty shot. I'm shocked. Hayton got just taken out as he was breaking towards the crease with the puck. So again, that was Carlo for tripping Hayton. Why am I... 20. I keep forgetting his number every time I get off the page. All right, we're still waiting on the draw. They just kicked out Hayton from the draw. All right, and Toronto wins the draw and sends it down the length of the ice. 6:47 to go. Bringing it up, drop pass out of their own end into the O-zone. Up the Hayton has it in the far corner. Toronto gets the puck and dumps it down the length of the ice. Now it's 12-11. Toronto shots on goal. All right. Cross ice pass. What's his name again? Paterka had it into the far corner. He gets it back. Drop pass into the near faceoff circle. That shot is gloved down. Did he hang on? Looks like he did. We got pushing and shoving. Decent save there, Stolars at 6:06. Whoops, forgot to stop the clock. 6:06. And decent shot. Quick glove save. Somebody broke a stick. Didn't see which team, though. Yeah, puck was loose, so it wasn't a glove save. I think somebody redirected it. Yeah, it was a kick save with the left, goalie skate or boot. Man, they already kicked Waugh out of the draw. Now we finally get the draw. And the Maple Leafs get it out of their own end. I still don't understand why they didn't get that 5-on-3. That should have been delay a game puck over glass penalty. Maple Leafs into the O-zone. Waugh is there, but Mammoth take it over. Keller gets it to, I think, Cooley, or is that Gunther? No, that was Sergachev. Apologies. And Vanasek has to play it to the near corner. Keller picks it up. One last rush. They've got 30 seconds to go in the power play. Drop pass finally into the O-zone. Near face-off circle. Back to the blue line. Cooley to the far side. Far corner. And down to the far corner. Near face-off circle. It went over somebody's stick. They had to retrieve it from the near boards. Gunther had it. He tried to center it. That didn't connect. We're back at even strength, looks like, at 450. How's my clock behind? There we go. Sent down and into their... Was this an icing on Toronto? It was. It is. 4:44 in the second. And 14-12 shots on goal. Mammoth, but they're losing 2-1. Yeah, cool. Who was that? That was a pretty good shot from the near face-off circle. For the Mammoth, they just can't cash in. All right, shot on goal and a glove save by Stolars. Who got that one? I didn't see the number. Oh my gosh, ESPN Plus just crashed on me. Hopefully this is the under 6 media timeout. I'm not missing anything. Well, there's one crash. We made it over halfway through the game, and it crashed at the right time. Hopefully during a commercial timeout. Unreal. Unstinking real. All right. So where do I go to find my game? There we go. Yeah, let's stick on the Mammoth broadcast. And now it's 15-12 shots on goal. All right. Yep. Commercial break. Luckily, we got back. Managed to not miss anything. It's like every game. I used to think it was just Saturday night because Saturday night was a busy night. But it's like every game now it crashes at least twice, I feel like. Sometimes 3 times. It's unreal. Oh, let's check in on the Blues Capitals. 2-0 Capitals at home. Ovechkin gets his third of the year at 2:39 of the second period. All right, let's make sure we're live. Says we are. I'll set the remote down. All right. All right, well, any day here. All right, Tavares takes the draw for Toronto. Not sure who for the Mammoth. Can't quite see the number. I guess it was McBain. All right, into the far corner. It's in the Toronto end. And they play it up the near boards and out. Puck was briefly going to be loose in the slot, and good recovery by the Mammoth defender, and Toronto dumps it right back in from neutral ice. Behind the Utah net, up the far boards, not out. Toronto has it. Far faceoff circle. Tavares sends it into the far corner. Battle for the puck. And it comes free to the side of the net and is frozen by Vanasek at 3:57. 13 shots on goal now. All right. Under 4 minutes here, second period, 2-1 Toronto. They had 2 goals in the second here. Mammoth win the draw behind their own net, up the near boards. Cross ice pass gets to the bench area, dumped right back in by Ekman Larson for Toronto. Vanasek behind his own net to the far boards. Mammoth pass it to the neutral ice and dump it in to the near corner. Toronto plays it, but it's kept in. Shot And a goal. Must have been tipped in from the blue line. Actually, if it wasn't tipped, it's a goal for Sergachev. Or no, Simashev. I thought it was Sergachev. It's actually Simashev. No, they did say Sergachev, an assist to Simashev. Which is it? Five hole, I think. Yeah, Stolarz just missed it. It went 5 hole. That's definitely Sergachev. All right, Simashev. That's how you say Yeah, okay. Well, we're 2-2. Under 3:20 to go second period as the Mammoth tie it up. And it looks like they just iced it at 3:18. 2-2, 16-12. Whoops, 16-12 now shots on goal. They took one, I think, from Toronto. All right, Sergachev from Simashev. Sergachev's third goal. Slap shot from the blue line, like just inside. And went 5 hole on Stolarz. Oh, yeah, we got 41 versus 41 in net. Good feed by Simashev. Near face-off circle in the Mammoth end. They take it behind their own net, up the far boards, cross-ice pass by the penalty box, and dumped in. And played around the far boards by Stolarz. Dumped in by Toronto. Behind the net. Tavares had it briefly. They pass it to the near face-off circle, down low. Tavares back to the blue line and not kept in, though, by Riley. And Toronto in their own end. Up the near boards. Mammoth, I think Cooley kept it in. Peterka's there. And Mata was there too. And Cooley briefly had it back. Toronto counters. They send it to the far corner. 2:15 to go. Second period. And Mammoth finally get out of their own end. Peterka to the right or far side boards, and Toronto counters. Mammoth trying to get some changes. They retreat into their own end with the puck. Send it up the near boards and down the length of the ice. They waved off icing, or somebody tipped it. Battle behind the Leaf net. Kept in at the blue line. Sent around into the far corner. Battle for the puck. Leafs get it out of their own end to neutral ice and dump it in from the red line to the far corner. Sent behind the net by the Mammoth. 1:21 to go, second period. Dumped in once again by Toronto. Vanasek had it. It must have hit the netting at 1:17. Wait, Tanev got the puck. Maybe for Simashev. Maybe that was his first point or something on the assist. All right. 1:12 to go. Toronto keeps, I think Ekman Larson kept it in, but now the Mammoth dumping it. No, it wasn't Ekman Larson, my bad. Up the near boards. Toronto. And we got a whistle at 57. What was the whistle for? Might have been offsides, Utah. .57 seconds to go. Still 16-12 shots on goal. Mammoth 2-2 on the scoreboard. 2 straight goals by Toronto. Now the Mammoth tied it up. And what's the whistle for this? We got an injury at 50.6. Is that Schmidt? No. Nylander took one in the face, I guess. A puck or... Must have been a puck, because if it had been a stick, unless it was his own, it'd be a penalty. It must have been the puck. Yeah, I think it deflected off the glass into his face. Getting checked out by the trainer. Seems to be okay. All right. Back to action. Kept in. Sent into the far boards for Utah. That was Sergachev, but Toronto counters. Tavares ran into his own teammate and took the worst end of the hit. He collided with Nyes. And Toronto has it in their own end, trying to regroup with 23 seconds to go in the second period. They send it behind their own net. Ekman Larson with the puck with only 10 seconds to go. Into the O-zone. Battle on the near boards. Nyes centers it. It gets through everybody to the far boards, and that's the end of the first period. So, 2-2 through 2. Pretty good game going so far. Through 40 minutes, we still got 20 to go after a break. End of the second. Oh, boy. All right, let's check in on... Oh, wait a minute. We had a penalty to end the period? I hadn't heard that. McBain, 2 minutes for cross-checking Nyes. Okay, well, the broadcast didn't show that. So Toronto will start the third period on the power play. I missed that. Let's get that on the board. McBain 22. Huh. It might have been just a delayed call before the end of the period. So yeah, I may have to put that one back in to start the third. Let me see if the software handles it. But all right. Did we look at the Sergachev goal? I don't remember. It was a blast from here. It's a pass from this area. So Sergachev is 898. Nice pass, and then beaten 5-hole. Stellars, the Toronto goalie. All right, let's check the poll. We got 16 votes, 62% for Toronto, 38% for Utah. Please, I hope you're enjoying the live stream. If so, if you haven't already done so, please consider hitting like and or subscribe. Doing one or both does help with getting YouTube to recommend the channel to other potential viewers, and that will also help grow the channel. And thank you for your support. Thanks to the returning viewers. Thanks to new viewers. Thanks, everybody, for watching, and thanks especially everybody who chats. I do appreciate it. All right, so again, Carcone from Kraus, 1-0 Mammoth after 1. Then Nylander, his 6th from Nyes and Tavares, made it 1-1 at 4:46. Oh, Carcone was at 18:49 of the first. Nylander 4:46 of the second. Matthews gave the Leafs the lead with his 8th from Maselli and McCabe at 8:56. And then Sergachev late in the period with the equalizer, his 3rd from Simashev at 16-27. So we're all tied at 2. Well, let's check in. Capitals lead 3-0 over the Blues now at 10:54 the second. Bouvier with the goal. Ovechkin his third, and Wilson his 7th. Bouvier, I guess, is second goal. Blue Jackets Flames another 50 minutes till they start. And don't forget, we will have the Sharks at Kraken for you after this game. We'll keep an eye on Hawks Canucks as well. Let's get the timer up for the second intermission to be over. All right. Dmitry Simashev. First career NHL point. Yes, that's why they got the puck for him. Just listening in. Let's see the shots again. 16-12 still. All right, 22 faceoff wins to 15 in favor of Toronto. That's 59.5%. No power plays yet for Toronto, but they will start the third with one. 0 for 3 for Utah. 12-9 hits, Utah. 7-4 block shots, Toronto. 26-17 Utah giveaways. Good Lord. And takeaways are even at 4-4. And again, the rematch and the only other game in the regular season for these two teams will be January 13th in Utah. Yeah, so 3 penalties on... So 1 penalty first period for Toronto, then 2 more in the second. It was Tavares, Lofton, and Carlo. And 0 for 3 on the power play for the Mammoth. And then McBain at the end of the period had a cross-checking of Nyes. So that's why Toronto will start the third period on the 5-on-4 man advantage. Let's see. Anything else of note? All right, 1 second. Hey, we got 12 likes. Thank you. I got to make sure that's me. All right, let's cue up some music. I'm going to take a quick break and be back. Yeah, we'll leave the scoreboard up so you can keep... Oh, Capitals just got their 4th goal. John Carlson's 3rd goal. And we're about halfway home. 9:58 to go in the second. It's 4-0 Capitals over the Blues. I need that up. All right, be right back. Thanks, everybody. All right, we are back trying to kill the music. There we go. All right, hey, hello, Father Time. Thanks for checking in. Glad you could be here. Hope you're doing well. Come on. Get off the chair, sleeve. All right. Man. All right, I need to sit up straight. I think it's this chair that does it to me. Come on. All right. So, yeah. Only other game going on. 7:24 to go in the second. 1:30 still to go on their power play for the Capitals, and they're up 4-0 on the Blues. In this game, yeah, the Leafs will start the third period on a power play. Their first power play of the game. We are tied at 2. Let's see. Yeah, I know. I used to have them when I was a kid. My parents would buy them. I don't think I've had them since the 80s, probably. Fig Newtons. Kit Kat bars are creepy. Oh, yeah, I haven't seen a lot of Halloween candy. Really shouldn't be eating sugar. Supposed to be sugar-free. I do the best I can. Best Halloween gift? Oh, is this a joke? I have no idea. I'll just let you say the punchline. Let's see if they changed any of the goals. Nope, they all look the same. Again, McBain cross-checking on Nyes. That's why Toronto will start the third with a power play. I assume you're going for a joke here, but I don't know. If you aren't, I can't really, not sure. Let's check the vote. 17 votes, 65% thinking the Maple Leafs win, 35% going with the Mammoth. No, I didn't mean to do that. Yeah, I cannot show a clip. Just trying to look at I hit the wrong button. This is what I wanted. Carlson, Bouvier, Ovechkin, and Wilson on the goals for the Capitals. Oh, okay. I thought you were going for a joke. Yeah, caramel apples are really hard on the teeth, but yeah, they're tasty. I hear what you're saying. Smoked, though. Interesting. All right, we should be back momentarily. Just getting the generic ESPN commercial break. We'll be right back message right now, though. All right, let's make sure that the penalty sets up. Okay, good, it did. So, yeah, Utah has... Wait, why does it say 318? Now, that's not right. Hold on. All right, I'll just re-add the penalty in. That was weird. All right, that's better. Yeah, McBain cross-checking of Nyes. He's number 22. All right, let's take this down. Let's make sure Oh, the smoked made it get softer. Got it. Well, that makes sense. That makes sense. All right, let's take this stuff down. Let's make sure we're live on the app. Nope, it says go live. So will this work? Oh, yeah, no, we were a good 20 seconds behind, but they still haven't started the third. All right, well, Utah has to kill this penalty off. Game is tied 2-2. Yeah, s'mores are pretty good. I normally don't like plain chocolate, but with marshmallow, yeah, melted, it's good. All right, 5-on-4, center ice draw. It looks like it's Tavares for the Maple Leafs. Can't quite see who it is. All right, draw. And Mammoth dump it in. Stolarz behind his own net. Leaves it for Ekman Larson. And Matthews drop pass. Pass to the far boards. And Mammoth immediately dump it down the length of the ice. Stolarz plays it to Ekman Larson. 19:30 to go in the third. Up the far boards. Tavares to the net. Near shot. Looked like a save unless it got sent wide. Kept in at the blue line by Ekman Larson. They get it back to him. Near side down to the near faceoff circle. Tavares shot. That is blocked by the Mammoth and swept out of the zone. And I think that's Nylander who has to dump it in. And into the far boards. Tavares knocks it free. And centering pass to the just outside the crease. Mammoth get it. Somebody lost a stick or broke it. Mammoth clear it down the length of the ice. And we've got under 40 on the power play left. Puck is still in their own end. Under 30 now. And they send one to the near boards. Passed it back to Riley at the blue line. Centering pass shot. That is wide behind the net into the far corner. Another centering pass gets through everybody. Domi has it. He sends it back to the blue line. Riley can't handle it, and that's the power play. We are even strength, so I don't even think they got a shot on goal in that power play. Centering pass shot, and there's a save. Another save on a tough angle. Battle for the puck behind the Mammoth net. Up the far boards, and just kept in by Toronto. McBain around the boards. Matthews plays it back to the blue line. Ekman Larson looking, sends it around the boards. And kept in at the far blue lines along the boards. Not kept in now, and Toronto has it at neutral ice and in their own end. Now they just say 16-13 shots on the goal. I guess that one was not on net because it was from the side. Glove down by the Mammoth at neutral ice. Taken over, I think, by Matthews, who dumps it in. Matthews in the slot, got a touch pass. The return pass went wide into the far corner. Battle for the puck in the far corner. Up ahead, far boards. Finally, Mammoth get out of their own end and dump it in from the red line into the near corner. Big hit in the near corner. Shot is wide. Kept in at the blue line. Sent around the boards again to the far corner. And let's see, who is that? Myers had it for the Maple Leafs. They can't get it out. Kept in. Near faceoff circle. 16:20 to go in the third period. Centering pass shot and the save into the near boards. And finally, Toronto gets it out, and they end up icing the puck. So that'll be a whistle with 16:07 to play in the third. Chocolate is icky. Yeah, I'd rather have vanilla. Dodge Sinbin admins play. Yeah. Hey, thanks, Sugary Lawson. Appreciate it. Oh, I see. Thomas has money on it. Well, they didn't get any shots on the power play. That's what I was trying to say. Sorry, I got to catch up on the clock. I got a little behind there. 15:50 to go. That's a shot by Keller. Looked like a blocker save into the far corner. Leafs get it out. And drop pass. Riley. Return pass. Oh, and that is sent behind the net. How did they not score on that? Looked like Riley set up Robertson perfectly. I keep thinking Robertson is 99, but I guess it's 80. Is that an 8? Yeah, it is. Shot. Oh, man. What's his name was on the ground, too. Vanasek. Mammoth counter the other way. And I think Carlo sent it behind the net, up the far boards. Riley couldn't get it. Carlo has it again behind the Maple Leaf net. Pass up the near boards, down the length of the ice, and they do call icing on Toronto again at 14:59. 18-14 shots on goal, Mammoth. 2-2, just under 15 to go here in the third period. Carlo's out there for the Leafs. Tavares will take the draw. He'll face Cooley in the far face-off circle for the Mammoth. All right, let's drop the puck. Finally, Mammoth control the draw. Shot, blocked. Far face-off circle. Robertson couldn't find that. They do get it out. Toronto trying to get some changes. They dumped it in. Marino behind the Utah net. Sent up the far boards. And into the... Oh, I guess they were... Mammoth were offside at 14:35, I guess. Oh, I don't know. You'd have to ask people in the chat. I couldn't give you any gambling advice or updates. I just enjoy watching hockey. All right, who's taking the draw? It's not. Let's see. All right, Toronto wins the draw and dumps it in to the far corner. Far face-off circle sent behind the net. Okay, that's 81. It's not 91. Back to the blue line. Glove down. Over. And a shot or passing attempt went behind the net. Tried to center it to the crease. They sent one wide into the near corner. Mammoth counter out of their own end and dump it in from the red line to the far corner. Battle for the puck. And battle in the far boards. And Toronto finally gets it out of their own end and dumps it in from the red line again. And Vanasek touches it up. And that is Cole with the puck out of his own. Passing to the neutral ice. Puck goes down behind the Toronto net. Controlled by Hayton. Into the far corner. Loose puck. Toronto can counter, but they couldn't stick handle around the last Mammoth defender. I think that was 28. And Mammoth dump it in. Stolarz plays it behind his own net. Up the near boards. And Toronto misconnects on a pass, and it went into the bench area at 13:04, and we should have the under 14 media timeout. Still 2-2, 13:04 to go in the third in Toronto. 18-14 shots on goal. 5-0. Good gravy. Oh, let's see who got the goal. Bouvier's Anthony Bouvier's second goal of the night, his third on the season. And the Caps are on the power play, and they're up 5-0, under a minute to go, second period. Jackets Flames from Calgary in about, let's see, 25 or so minutes. Blackhawks Canucks in less than an hour. And we will have Sharks Crack in 50 minutes for the live stream to start. Nine NBA, 2 hockey. No, I'm not against it. I just don't know how to do it. I'm too afraid of losing money. I think it would just give me too much stress. It does sound interesting. It would make sports that much more interesting, but I couldn't. I don't think I could handle the stress. But I hear you. I understand the appeal. Let's put it that way. And it's gotten so much easier, or I shouldn't say easier. It's so much more accessible now, too. Accessible is the word I meant. All right, let's make sure we're live again. Says we are. Back from commercial. All right, again, we'll be a little bit behind NHL.com. Just get behind on the ESPN streaming app. Yeah, Simashev got his first career point for the Mammoth tonight on an assist. Center ice draw. Oh, just drop the puck, for God's sakes. Mammoth control the draw and dump it in to the far corner. 12:55 to go. Behind the Toronto net, they flip it up to center ice. Controlled by Toronto, but poke checked into the near boards. And the Mammoth, dumped in again from the red line. Mammoth get it out of their own end. Domi couldn't keep it in. Into the near boards. Centering pass. Nope, actually deflected off a stick or a skate. Maple Leafs going the other way. Shot that is blocked into the far faceoff circle. 12:20 to go. 18-16 shots on goal. Into the far corner. Toronto sends it up the near boards. Far boards. Now it's behind the net. Sent to Tavares in the near boards. He skates it out. His pass is blocked. Dumped in from the red line. Puck in the far corner. Under 12 to go. Center to the the slot, and a goal for Toronto. Might have been Tavares. 3-2 Maple Leafs. Let's see who they gave this to. It is Tavares. And wow, NHL.com didn't post it. They were behind the net. Puck came loose, and just a backhander by a great move, or a great backhanded shot, beat Vanasek, I think, blocker side. I mean, Mammoth had defenders there, and they just blew it. All right, Leafs win the draw, but Mammoth counter. They have to wait because they're offside. Now they dump it in from the bench area. Stolarz plays it to the far corner. Picked up by the Mammoth in the far faceoff circle. Centering, blocked away behind the net into the near corner. Centering pass deflected, and now we counter with the Leafs, and they dump it in into the near corner. Near boards, kept in at the blue line. Oh, puck got loose, and Ekman Larson has it in his own end. Both teams trying to get changes. Dumped in behind the Mammoth net. And let's see what we got here. Mammoth take it in their own net. I think that was, oh crap, I can't think of his name. Still back and forth. Now they finally get it again in their own, out of their own end and dump it in from the red line into the near corner. Centering pass, Keller, but it's blocked into the near boards and out by the penalty box area. Keller has it, sends it to his defenseman. 10:35 to go in the third period. All right, into the near corner for the Mammoth. Leafs trying to dig it out. And finally to neutral ice by the penalty box area. Knocked into the O-zone for Toronto. And now Mammoth have it. Send it out of the zone to neutral ice. Crossover move. Shot from the slot is wide. Big rebound, but deflected into the near corner. Under 10 minutes to go in the third. Far face-off circle shot. Don't know if Stolarz got a piece of that. It's behind the Toronto net. Battle for the puck now up the near boards. I think Riley is skating it out, and he dumps it in from the red line into the far corner. Mammoth in their own end. Probably both teams finishing up line changes. Dumped in from the red line by the Mammoth. Under 9.5 to go. Battle in the near boards. And to the far face-off circle, a shot and a glove save and a beauty by Stolarz. At 9:18, oh, we got some pushing and shoving. Somebody got knocked down. We have two players on the ice. Looked like Myers shoved Gunther to the ice. Let's see if there's any calls here at 9:18. Ooh, Gunther got... Who did he hit? He got into Mermis. I think that's why Myers retaliated. All right, under 10 media timeout. 2017 shots on goal. Let's catch up on the chat. Let's see. Hey, Mac. Hello. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a good night. Thanks, Mac. Appreciate you. Mike Myers. Oh, yeah, the comedian. Oh, John Candy. Yeah. Oh, have you seen, Thomas, have you seen the I Like Me? I don't know if you have Prime Video or not, but if you do, the John Candy documentary called I Like Me, I recommend it. I thought it was pretty well done. Taxes. I hear you. Thanks, Mac. Well, that's cool about hearing Myers and yeah, this team is so snake bit though. I mean, it's been 50 years, and they just haven't been able to beat Boston. It's did they finally beat them last year? I don't even remember. Feel like they beat somebody and then ran into the same old thing. I'm hoping any Canadian team will win the cup. If it's not the Kings or the Canes, let's put it that way. Even then, I'd be happy for that. Okay, we're live. I'm not going to mess with it. All right, we got 9:18 to go. Tavares goal from McMahon and Ekman Larson on a backhander at 8:06. I should have done the goal visualizer. We'll do it next media timeout. Yeah, there was a battle behind the net. Puck came free, and then just a backhander. Actually, he beat him blocker side. I thought it was glove side. Just a nice flip of the backhand. Toronto dumps it in after getting control of the draw. Mammoth send it up the near boards and out to neutral ice. Drop pass they get it to Schmaltz, who shoots. And somebody ran into the goalie. Luckily, it was safe. Stolar's still getting up. Now he doesn't have his stick. Mammoth still with the puck. Behind the net. I don't know why. Yeah, somebody finally picked up the stick for Stolar's and handed it to him. And finally, Matthews sends it back into his own end. Toronto getting some changes. Ekman Larson with the pass. I'm assuming the Mammoth did too. And they dump it in from the red line into the far corner. 20-17 shots on goal. Puck is loose, up in the air, in the slot. Mammoth jump on the puck, send it up the near boards and out. That was Gunther. He dumps it in. They chase it into the near corner. And let's see, I think Tavares just passed it to Riley. Back to Tavares. Tavares up the near boards. Don't know if anybody tipped it, but they beat out the icing. McMahon is there. He falls down over Schmidt. Battle for the puck behind the net. Now into the far corner. Far boards. Cooley was there. Can't get it. Finally, the Mammoth get it out. Under 7.5 to go in the third. And trying to bring it out of their own end. The Maple Leafs finally do. Over the red line, and they dump it in. Behind the net, Vanasek plays it. Far boards. Centering pass into the O-zone. Drop the puck. Now they dump it in. Near face-off circle, taken away by Toronto. They counter. Chipped in or dumped in from the red line into the far corner. Sent around the boards. And let's see who has that. Forgot who that is. 2 is Mata. Mata to Cole. Cole gets it out of their own end. Centering or that pass gets them out of the zone. Domi counters. He dumps it in. It's in the far corner. Battle for the puck. Under 6.5 to go. Domi can't get it. He battles in the far corner. Mammoth get it to Sergachev, who gets it out. But Carlo picks it up for the Leafs. They send it to the near side and out. Mammoth have it in their own end as we approach 6 minutes to go. Up the near boards into the near faceoff circle. Centering pass gets deflected into the far corner. And behind the net, looks like Riley has it. Cross ice to the other defender. Near boards pass. Kept in by the penalty box area now. Mammoth try to counter as we approach, and they dump it in from the red line. Stolar's missed it. It's now in the near corner and sent out of their own end down the near boards. And Cole has it for the Mammoth. Both teams get line changes, and Riley takes it over in his own end as 5:15 to go in the third period. Not any shots on goal recently. Behind his own net is Vanasek up the near boards and out. That is Gunther in the near faceoff circle. Now the near corner. Cooley tries to get the puck. Riley fell down. Ooh, it looked like a cross check by Cooley. No call. And kept bouncing puck in the far faceoff circle now. And finally out of the zone in front of the bench area. Centering. Oh, they couldn't connect on the pass. Riley has it in his own end. Both teams getting changes. 4.5 to go in the third period. End to end, but no real scoring chances. Sent behind the net. Behind the Utah net. Into the far faceoff circle. Shot and a goal by Toronto. Maselli. And we got pushing and shoving. Somebody's helmet came off. We got 4:20 to go. 4-2 Maple Leafs. And tempers flaring here. All right, they passed it to the near boards. Cross-ice pass into the far corner. Sent around the net. And a shot from the far faceoff circle beat Vanasek blocker side from the far faceoff circle. That his fault. Went top shelf. And nobody, somebody slid down to block it for the Mammoth. But, all right. They don't have the goal yet. Tavares from McMahon and Ekman Larson earlier. Wonder if we got a review for something. Hold on. What's the delay here? Oh, are they looking at penalties maybe? No penalties in the third. Nope, we got a center ice draw. Not sure if they were reviewing something. Laughlin on the draw, I think. He falls down. Mammoth have the puck, and they'll dump it in from... Or, sorry, Lawton dumped it in, and now it's a one-on-one. Mammoth do get it out of their own end. Now they have it up the far boards. Cross-ice pass to the near boards. Skated into the O-zone. Near face-off circle. Stick handle to the crease. Shot, save. We got pushing and shoving again as these two teams come together and try to put each other in a headlock. 21-18 shots on goal. This should be, I think we're due for the under 6 immediate timeout. And yes, we will get it. All right, we'll take a look at the goal visualizer. All right, let's get. Oh, the fourth goal, second goal of the third period for Toronto was Maselli from Joshua and Riley. All right, here's the visualizer for Tavares. He's 91. He's near the neutral ice. He'll just backhand it right outside the crease. Puck came free, and he just buried it blocker side past Vanasek. And then the goal that just happened from the far face-off circle, Maselli, 63. He'll get it like around here and beat Vanasek blocker side again. So after it was tied 2-2 after 3, I'm sorry, 2-2 after 2, Tavares put them in the lead at 8:06, and now Maselli gets the insurance goal, or to put them up in a 2-goal lead at 15:40. And yeah, no penalties here in the third. Just that McBain cross-check at the end of the second when he cross-checked Nyes, that gave the Toronto their first power play, and they did not get a shot on goal, I believe in that. Capitals up 5-0 second intermission. They're about to start the third. And Blue Jackets Flames should start up momentarily in the next 10 minutes or less or so. All right, let's make sure we're live. So we get. Nope, we are not. All right, now we're live. Under 4 to go. Mammoth suddenly down 2. Matthews to take the draw. Can't tell who won. I think Cooley was in on the draw, or maybe not. Did they pull the goal? Oh, they did pull the goalie. Well, nice of Utah TV to tell us. So it is a 6-on-5. Yeah, now they say empty goal. Yeah, I saw, guys. They just shot it, and it was wide. Under 3.5 to go now. Into the near boards. Battle for the puck. Schmaltz keeps it in, sends a pass to the... And they dump it behind the net. Somebody just got tripped. No call. Cooley out to Schmaltz. And I can't see who has it. Sent back to Schmaltz. To Keller. Cooley gets hit. He returns the hit. Toronto has the puck. at the red line. Shot and an empty net goal at 2:59. Five to 2 Toronto, and I suppose that'll be the end of the empty net situation. Empty net for Nyes, assisted by Nylander and McCabe. He was right around the red line when he shot it in. Between the red line and the blue line, I think. Just outside the penalty box area. So, like, right in this area. Nice shot from the red line area. Still 2:59 to go, but now it's a 3-goal game. So that backfired on Utah. Not really Vanasek's fault. Some poor defense by the Mammoth, honestly. At least in the third period, it seemed like. All right, 5-on-5. Vanasek back between the pipes. Face off. Toronto wins it, and they dump it in from the red line into the far corner. 2:53 to go in the third. Battle in the near corner. Looks like Domi has it. Sends it around. Puck took a weird bounce, came right through the crease. Mammoth send it up the far boards. This might be icing. No. Played around the boards to the near side. Domi sends it out. And Mammoth in their own end. Stolen. Far face-off circle. Kept in at the blue line by Toronto. Sent around behind the net to Domi. Domi centers it, but the Mammoth take it over and skate it out of their own end. Now a pass up the near boards, down the length of the ice. Nobody touched it, so that's icing on Utah at 2:12. The Blues finally break the shutout. Toropchenko. Wow. Let me try again. Toropchenko. 37 seconds in on a shorthanded goal. 5-1 Capitals, though, with 18:32 to go in the third. All right, Mammoth play it down the length of the ice. Stellars plays it to the far corner. Kept in at the blue line. Knocked away by Toronto. Sent off the near boards. It's by the penalty box area. And dumped in by Toronto into the far corner. Man, 5 goals on 19 shots. Ugh. One empty netter, but still. Dumped it. Oh my gosh. The Mammoth shattered a stick on a dump-in attempt from the red line. Holy crap. And Toronto dumps it in behind the Utah net. We got 1:20 to go in the third. Mammoth to the near corner. Sent back behind their own net. Trying to set up a play. A long pass ahead. Shot and a goal. Wow, that was way too easy. Long pass up the near boards. He just walked in and tucked it around. I think that was Gunther. Dylan Gunther. Yeah. And just beat Stellars, I think, glove side. Let me get another look at this. Or did he get it 5-hole? It was really hard to tell. I think he just had a wrister glove side and beat him. Schmidt and Marino on the assist. So 5-3, but we're running low on time here. .107 to go. Center ice draw. Mammoth win the draw. And Schmaltz has it. Near face-off circle. Centering pass went through. Chipped up in the air. Glove down by Schmaltz. Battle in the far corner for the puck. Behind the Toronto net. Riley sends it up the near boards and out. And it looks like they pulled Vanasek again. I think we got an icing at 44.5 on the Toronto Maple Leafs. Or did we get a delayed penalty? I don't know. Ref or linesman had their hand up in the air. All right. It's a 6-on-5 with the goalie pulled for the Mammoth. Battle for the puck in the near board. Sent down. Must have been tipped. No icing. Sergachev to the near boards, tipped in to the ozone. Ekman Larson in the near corner, can't get it out. Schmaltz couldn't keep it in at the blue line. At the red line, a dump in with 13 seconds to go. 10 seconds to go. Shot and a save by Stallars at 6.9. 23-19. Shots on goal for Utah. That's right. This game started a little bit late for the celebration for the 500th goal for Tavares. So this has actually been a pretty quick game because it didn't start till about, it's only been like 2 hours and 20-some minutes. It's been relatively quick. A little over 2:20. All right, face off, 5 seconds. Shot, another save by Stallars. That should do it. That is the end of the game. 5-3. Toronto wins at home. Maple Leafs win by 2. Pretty good game. 2-2 after 2. All right, let's show you the we already got the Tavares and Maselli goal. Well, all right, we'll go through them again. Please like and subscribe before you head on out of here, though. Thanks for being here. Thanks for watching, and thanks for chatting. I do appreciate it. Yeah, Tavares, that backhander in the slot. Then Maselli, I think we did look at this. I think Maselli shoots it from the far face-off circle. Yeah, and beat him. Yeah, we saw both of these. He beat him blocker side. All right. Empty netter by, whoops, that's not what we wanted. Apologies. 1 second. Nye's the empty netter. He took it like right around here from like the red line. Nye's is 23. He gets across the red line and buries it. Empty netter. And then Gunther, the last goal, number 11. He just gets a pass around this area and streaks up the far side and buries one. Oh, they say that went blocker side. Yeah, apologies. I had trouble seeing where it came from. So that was from Schmidt and Marino, the Nyes empty netter, Nylander, and McCabe. So pretty good game by the goalies. An empty netter, so it was 4-3 really. These goals really weren't these two goals really weren't the fault of the goalie for Utah either. But, all right, hope to see you real soon. We will be bringing you the Sharks at Kraken in about 22 minutes. 24% on 24 votes, 67% were correct that Toronto would win. All right, well, I'm going to take a quick break and save my voice. Hope to see you for Sharks Kraken in a matter of 21 minutes or so. Capitals up 5-1 over the Blues with 13:24 to go. Blue Jackets Flames still not underway. Maybe it's an 8:45 Central start. All right. Sinbin Stream signing you out. Wishing you all well. Hope to see you soon. And take care until next time. Signing out and bye-bye.